Hallo, ek is Etie. Welkom by my kanaal waar ons als saam doen. Homonyms. In Afrikaans, homonyme. Homonyme. Words that look and sound the same, but they have different meanings. Leer. Leer is a ladder. It is also leather, and it is also a run in a stocking. In other words, when you keep on tearing your stockings, which is what happens to me, and that is why I mostly can't wear them. But it is also a verb. And as a verb, it means run of a stocking. So it is the action of tearing your stocking, and then it forms that run in the stocking, which in Afrikaans is called a leer. And so, as a verb, the sentence will go in Afrikaans, ek leer 'n paar kouse elke tweede week, which means I tear or I form a run in my stockings every second week. That's loosely translated, but that's what it means. So that's how we use it. Ek leer 'n kous of ek leer 'n sykous when you talk about the action of forming a run in a pair of stockings or socks, mostly stockings. And then it is also to learn and to teach, depending on the circumstances for to teach. Ek leer elke dag nuwe dinge, which means I learn new things every day. And then ek leer hulle hoe om te swem, which is I teach them how to swim. Bank. Bank means a bank where you go to deposit or withdraw money or do things like that. The other meaning is couch, and it can also mean bench. Often we'll refer to a bench as a bankie, just the diminutive, but you can use bank for a bench as well. As. As a noun, it means an axle, like the axle in a car between two wheels. It also means ashes, like when you have a fire and all the wood burns and what's left is the ashes, then it's as. Now, it's also a conjunction, and it is the conjunction for if, as, which you use in if statements. Ek sal dit self doen as jy my nie wil help nie, which means I'll do it myself if you don't want to help me. Pos. As a noun, it means post or mail. It also means a position, and mostly referring to a job position that you hold or someone holds. Then it is also a verb, and it means to mail or to post. Ek sal môre die brief pos, which means I'll mail the letter tomorrow. Voor. Voor as a noun means a furrow, which is those rows that you make in the soil before you plant seeds on a farm or a piece of land. That is a voor. Then as a preposition, it can mean before or in front of. Hy moet nie direk voor sy swemoefening eet nie, which means he must not eat directly before his swim practice. Die bus parkeer voor die gebou. The bus parks in front of the building. Vas. Its meanings are very close as a noun and a verb. As a noun, it is a fast when you do not eat for a certain time period for religious or health reasons. Then as a verb, it just means fasting. So the action of fasting, of not eating. Hulle vas hierdie naweek. They fast this weekend. Brak. Now this word, the noun and the verb, is very far removed from each other. As a noun, a brak refers to a dog that is a mutt. So a dog on the street that's very mixed. It doesn't have a specific pure breed. It's a lot of things, and usually on the street, so a mutt. That is the noun. And then as an adjective, it means brackish or salty, usually referring to water. Ek drink nie brak water nie, which means I do not drink brackish or salty water. Steel. As a noun, it means the handle of a tool of some kind, like a broom or a shovel, or the handle of an axe. As a verb, it means to steal. to rob, to steal, take something that's not yours. Die diewe steal die goud. The thieves steal the gold. Rice. As a noun, it means rice, like the rice you eat. As a verb, it means to rise, but not in all circumstances. So some things where you rise, it will not be rice. But in the case of your hair rising, like your hair standing on end, standing up on your arms or the back of your neck, when you're afraid, or maybe when you're enjoying something or delighted and the hair raises, that is rice. And then also when you have bread rising before you bake the bread, that is also rice. So we have dit laat my hare rise, which means it makes my hair stand on end, or it makes my hair rise from my arms or my back of my neck standing up. And then you have die brood rise, which is the bread rises. By, as a noun, it is a bee, the insect. It is also a preposition which means at or with, depending on the situation. Hy is by die winkel, which means he is at the store or at the shop. Ek wil by hom wees wanneer hy die besluit neem, which means I want to be with him when he makes the decision. Geld. As a noun, it means money. As a verb, it means apply or applies. Don't confuse geld with the word geldig. Geldig means valid. Geld is either a noun, money, or a verb, apply. Die afslag geld net as jy dit nou koop, which means the discount only applies if you buy it now. Kan. As a noun, it refers to a can, but not a tin like a soda tin or a cool drink tin. We don't refer to that as a kan in Afrikaans. In Afrikaans, we refer to that as a blik or a blikkie. So in Afrikaans, kan, when it means can, is the larger can, like an oil can or the water can that you water the plants with. That'll be a kan in Afrikaans. And then as a verb, it means can. I can assist you. I can do this. Ek kan. Ek kan jou help, which means I can help you. Ken. As a noun, it means chin. As a verb, it means to know someone or something. Ek ken hom nie. I don't know him. Or ek ken my werk. I know my work. Now, usually when we say ek ken my werk, we are referring to study material. You can probably use it if you're referring to your job, but usually ek ken my werk means I know my work, as in I know the study material because I'm writing an exam tomorrow, either in school or tertiary studies. Lewer. As a noun, it refers to the liver, the organ inside your body. As a verb, it can be confusing. So as a verb, it has many translations, and then some that are less simple, which you don't always use, but you use in some circumstances. So it can mean provide, deliver, furnish, and sometimes some other things. Ons lewer die beste diens, which means we provide the best service, or we deliver the best service if you really want to. That would be more directly translated. Jy moet die bewys lewer, which means you have to furnish us with the proof. You have to bring the proof. You have to provide the proof. Jy moet die bewys lewer. And then almal moet 'n bydra lewer, which means, if you translate it correctly to English, everyone must contribute. So in Afrikaans, bydra, bydra maak of maak 'n bydra means to contribute. But in this case, bydra lewer can also be said. And then if it's bydra lewer, it means contribute, or bydra maak, it means contribute. So you can use either lewer 'n bydra or maak 'n bydra for contribute. But You cannot translate the verb lewer in other circumstances to contribute. So if it's not with the word bydra, it won't mean contribute anymore. And the last one, nuit. And this is only a noun. It can either mean note or a note as in a musical note, or it refers to paper money, a note of money like a dollar bill or $100 bill or 100 rand or 200 rand, anything like that, that is a nuit. There might be some other homonyms in Afrikaans that I did not mention in this video, and if that is the case and you know of them, please leave them in the comment section. I would like to see the others because I'm sure there must be more. All right, and also if you like this video, like, subscribe, let me know if this was something that was helpful, and also if you have suggestions, please leave it in the comment section. All right, have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next video.